Okay, so the goal of this video is to show you one method of streaming or remote viewing something from a computer to any other device anywhere. Now, there are other methods of doing this, but this is just the one that I would prefer to use because it's very simple and it gives you some security built into it if you choose to use it. First thing is you're going to search out a program called Steam. It's video game software and it's free. You can find it at store.steampower.com. Then you're going to go up to the top and you're going to hit the green install button. Select your particular operating system, and it's pretty straightforward from there. Now, preferably in another new tab, you're going to search out a program called OBS. Now, Open Broadcast Studio is something you can pick up from obsproject.com, or, like I said, just Googling it. And then, same thing, selecting your particular operating system. Now, the reason I said doing this in a new tab is because I want you to create an account by clicking Join Steam there. Make sure that you document all of your important details. Okay, we're now in OBS. So when in OBS, we have the ability of pretty much streaming whatever we want. To give you an example of the different kinds of things that we can stream, we're going to hit the little plus button and we're going to do a display capture. This is the easiest way of showing whatever's on your screen. From there, you can end up moving the desktop, the display in this case. You can size it up and size down. So you have a small webcam. You have the ability of using that video capture device, and it will bring me in. My webcam is very dated, so it looks like garbage. My hair is not done because it is early in the morning for me. You have the ability of toggling on and off your little views. Now, just because it's toggled off, it doesn't mean that you can't move it. That's just for viewing. If you want it to stay in the same place, you can hit the little locked symbol, and then you can't drag it around. But that's not everything that you can end up doing here. Let's go edit, transform, and fit to screen for the time being. We will then lock that and turn it off so we don't see it. You have the ability also of viewing specific windows. So we're going to launch Google Chrome for now. We're going to minimize that. And we're going to go plus, just adding, and then we're going to go window capture. From here, usually, for whatever reason, it's not working right now, you have the ability of selecting whatever kind of program is currently being run on your computer. So normally, we wouldn't just have Calculator, we would also have Chrome. There it is, Google Chrome. And you had to click on it, I guess, to sync it. And then if we went to Steam, there we go, now we also have Steam. You have the ability of adding a particular window that you want to broadcast from. Now, you'll notice this every once in a while when you add things that you might have to like order them differently by dragging them above or below the particular thing. And like, think of it as like making a sandwich. If you're making a sandwich, you want to make sure that you have your meat in the center, and then your bread on the top and the bottom. You just have to drag these things in the proper order that you want them to display. Say that we didn't just want to display one particular program, we wanted a few other programs on here at the same time, so we need more windows to capture. Call this one window 3, and this one is going to be going and capturing Google Chrome. And for whatever reason, we don't want Google Chrome to be as large. We want it to be down here in the corner, and we don't really care about the overlay on this one, but we do want me to be there in front. Or say that we want me to end up being in a different place so we can unlock me, and we can put me up in the corner and then hit the lock button again so that you can't move me. See, so you can see that OBS is very I don't know, customizable, we'll say. It gives you the ability to show exactly what you want to show. there's a bunch of little additional features. There's filters, there's things of that fashion. You can also end up setting it up so that you can capture the cursor or not capture the cursor. You can also set it up so that, I don't know, audio comes from particular views that you have in your OBS browser. And then if things start to get a little confusing, you always have the ability of right-clicking on something and then renaming it whatever the window is. So it's highlighted in red right now what window 3 is, so we'll call this internet. I think I spelled that right. And then we can confirm it by just turning it on and off with the vision. Okay, so now let's start broadcasting this to the internet. How we do this is we go Shift and Tab on the keyboard. By default, that brings up your Steam overlay. What you do from here is you're going to go over to Settings. Now, you can't click on Settings. This is a weird one, and I think this has to do with OBS itself because OBS was never designed to be used in Steam. So it's just not paired properly. Like the location, if we were to just look at the screen itself for settings, it's this far from the bottom, and it's still that far from the bottom of the actual program. So just remember that you're going to have to probably move your cursor a little bit below the things that you're trying to select. Very strange, I know. Click Settings, and then we've already configured this so that we talked about in Steam, and that's the reason why I actually said to do this portion here in Steam and not in the actual program that you're running through Steam, because you get these weird like compatibility issues when you change resolution. Going and highlighting not broadcasting, you can see right there. Once you click on not broadcasting, it will then start your broadcast. Now, I also have this little display up at the top, which you can turn off, but I like keeping it on. It tells me how many people are actually watching the stream at the same time. Broadcasting to anyone right now, we copy this little address, this website. And this is unique. It would change every time. We'll add a new tab to our web browser, and then we'll paste it inside here. And you can see right now that you can watch our stream, which is good because this means that everything is working the way that it's supposed to. That is how you stream anything to any device, anywhere, for anyone to view. Okay, so that's it, guys. I do have one little note, though, that I will give you and leave you with. There is an issue with resolution. So if you're to change the size, say, of your broadcasting space, like this, in OBS, you sometimes will find that it will end up displaying a little wonky in the actual stream itself. Let's just check here and see what happens. Yeah. So you can see the resolution itself ends up going down. You get those black bars on the top and on the bottom. So just make sure that with OBS that you try and keep it to the maximum before it tries to end up changing your actual display size.